Hey folks, welcome back to Dan's Auto Diagnostics and Repair. As you can see behind me, we have a lawnmower. This is a Cub Cadet. We got the XT1, and she's a no start and barely crank, as if it had a dead battery. Let's get her in the shop and see what we can find. There she is in the shop now. Now obviously I wouldn't have started filming if it was just a dead battery. I've tried the old jump box deal. I've tried that jump box deal, but no start. Now I had to switch from the Gulu to the big jump box because for some reason the Gulu sent an error code and it stopped working. So now the lawnmower will turn over, but it won't fire up. So let's get into it. Now I don't know if you can see that on camera, but that little eye is bright green, indicating a good battery. But we're going to test it with a meter. Alright, let's see what we got here. 12.2. Now that should definitely be enough to crank this thing up. Seems that's good. So let's we get some alligator clips. Before I get too far into diagnosis here, let me show you what it's doing. Nothing. Now I got the big jump box on it. Seems like it's not enough, so let me get something else on it. Let's go with the old Gulu again. Got it on boost. Seemed like she tried. She is fully choked. Crank her down a little bit. Alright, now we're getting that error message. She's beeping and hollering at me and giving me an E3. But she's 95%, so let's do something else. If anybody knows how to turn this thing off after an error code or to clear it, let me know in the comments, because I try to hold this down, the light just comes on, so I have to click that till that comes off again. And I tried the double thing, and you get the little lightning bolt up here. I forgot what it was for, but it's not shutting it off. It won't shut off. I tried to unplug this, try to unplug the cables, try to turn it off. Nothing turns this thing off. So if anybody knows how to turn that off, leave it in the comment section. I got a manual, but I can't find it for one. I guess I could look it up online, but just let me know. Now here's a third way to get this started. Okay, we got it all hooked up. I'm going to put her on start. We almost had her for a second. Well, we choke it. Can't see. Shut that down. Put her on 12 volts. Okay, now we're going to check the voltage drop, because the battery looks good. And when we go to hook up cables, you know, it starts to fire up, or it starts to try to start. There's that light again. Always an issue. I hate it. Anyway, let's do a voltage drop test. Alright. We're hooked up on the terminals here. Looking at 12.5 because we were juicing it up a little bit with the battery charger. Let me go ahead and try to start it. Let's see what we get. Ooh, almost goes to nothing. Oh yeah, nothing right there. Alright, let's check these connections. Alright. Let's start with this one. That seems fine. It's got the nice star nut on there. Bites in real well. It was tight. Those connections look good. Huh. Clean up those sides. Well, another beautiful day in Zamunda. Wife says I gotta have this thing going. She wants to cut the grass. So it goes right on the priority list. Alright. There's that one. They looked fine. I can't see why it wouldn't start. Didn't look that bad. But we'll see. Clean it up real good. Try it again. All right. All tightened up. Let's see what we got. Oh man. Let's do that voltage drop test again. Look how much that went down after just trying that a bit. I wonder if we just got a bad battery here. The light is still green on the battery. Yeah. 2 volts. I'm going to try to crank it again. Not good. Alright, I'm going to try a new battery. Crazy thing is we just bought this battery last year. Probably at the end of last year. So, I'm going to try to charge it. And I'll show you over here. Here is the other one. That's the one we replaced. And it's doing good. Just charge it up. So I'm gonna give her a good charging, and we'll get back at it. I guess you just got to leave this thing alone after a while. Goes out on its own. Now it's back to ready again. Alright, she's been charging for a little bit. I got her fully choked. Try it again here. Those are some really good turns. Alright, I'm gonna put her down on slow here. Very little fuel on the throttle. Well, looks like we're gonna be checking for a fuel issue. I can smell it. Alright, first I'm going to take off this supply line, see if we're getting fuel to the filter here. Plenty of fuel. You see that gushing out of there. So we're definitely getting it here. Fuel delivery from there is not a problem. Now let's check it on this end. I can see it. The filter's dirty, but I can see it here. So it's getting in there. I think what I'll do, instead of checking it there, I'm going to check it here, right at the pump. Yeah, we're coming out. That's coming out good. Well, hopefully we don't have a bad pump. Ow. Come on. Doggone it. Alright. Gotta get something else. I don't know why that was on there so good. See a little wetness, but it does look pretty dry. I guess we're just gonna have to put the plug back in and do the old sprayer down technique. Alright, just going to take the air filter off and give her the old starter fluid treatment. That'll tell us the whole fuel delivery story. There's that. Yep, we got a fuel delivery problem. I think we got a bad fuel pump. I'm going to go ahead and spray her down again. A lot of times these things, if you spray them down and let them run, they'll break up whatever's in there, and then it'll just continue to run and clean itself out. So I'm going to try that. Alright, I think that's the case with us. I think it's going to clean itself out and work. Let me put that air filter back on, and we'll try it again. I got the air filter back on. Let's see if she runs without the starter fluid. Ooh, yeah, that don't sound good. Let's give her a little more fuel here. Give her a little more throttle. I think she's gonna be fine. She's probably just gummed up, you know. It's been sitting all year, and she just needs to get the blood flowing again. So I'll let you know if anything else comes up. I'm gonna charge that battery. I'm gonna do a voltage drop again, do all the tests, make sure that's gonna run fine and reliable, and start cutting some grass. I forgot to tell you, I did top off the oil here. That's nice and full. All right, here we go. Battery's all charged up. Uh-oh. Ooh. Well, the better half just did the entire lawn, ran it. I did a check on the battery. It was 12.76 and climbing. Let's get on her and see what's going on here. We'll just try to fire up. It stops for some reason. That I don't like. Oh, it slipped off. You gotta let it go. It just gets hung up somewhere. And then it'll fire it up. That seems like a weak starter. Might have an issue here. What I want to do now is a voltage drop test. So I got the voltmeter out. I got one lead on the starter and one lead on the positive here. I'm gonna go ahead and try to fire it up. It's gonna be hold on, let me get my tripod. All right, hopefully you can see that. Go ahead and start her up. Yeah, if you've seen that, I had about 2 volts. 2 volt voltage drop. That's not good. I don't want to see any more than half a volt on that. So we're going to go and tighten up the connections down at the starter. We're going to check that particular line, maybe even replace it. Look how crusty that bolt is. I have to get something to back that up.
Are you making a video?
Well, I can't fit anything in there. I can't get anything to fit. Yes. What's up, baby?
Not important.
Let's see if we can get it here. No. Try another pair. Ow! Mother! This thing just might be toast. Spinning a lot in there. Man, guess I'm gonna have to get dirty. You know it's a struggle if I gotta break out these. Looks like it's gonna take everybody, so I'm calling the team. Get this on there. Doesn't leave me much room for the channel locks, that's for sure. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to replace that no matter what. Things are not looking good. It's gonna be new wire, new starter operation here. I can tell already. Oops, sorry about that. Banging you around and stuff. Oh yeah, this is not, no, this is not good at all. Oh yeah, that's not doing good things in that starter, I'll tell you that. Oh yeah, no good. No good. Alright, she's coming. But it definitely feels like something has already broke off in the starter. Oh yeah, you see how, oh look at that. Look at her wiggling. Oh, we got that off. Now, we did not take the negative battery terminal off, so we're going to be real careful with this. Oh man, holy crap. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's new starter time. Look at that. That is what new starter time looks like. Oh no. Alright, time to order it. Negative cable disconnected, and now we wait. I figured why wait? Let's just go ahead and take the old starter off now so that we can match it up. So we're going to take the starter off right now. Looks pretty straightforward. You just got 10mm bolt here, 10mm bolt there, just the two bolts at the top, and I don't see nothing at the bottom for now, but we'll see. And that's it. Oh, there's our prize. And there's the carnage. Yeah, that's a problem. I just placed an order for the part. Should be here tomorrow, and then we'll pick it up then. Well, it's the next day, and we got some parts in. We got our throttle cable and our throttle control. That one's nice, huh? Way better than that. So that needs to go here. And for that, we're gonna need to take this hood off. And on this one, it's real nice and easy. All you have to do is disconnect this here. Just one disconnect wire. And then, I don't know if you can really see it that good, but at the hinges on each side, it just pulls right out. And I'll demonstrate it for you here. You just pull up, slide it out, and that's it. Very easy. So there's your hinges, right there and there. And you can see there's a little groove there. And they just slide right out of here. Slide in and out, very simple. And now we can get to our throttle cable right here. Oh, you may have noticed I did pressure washer. She's nice and clean. Of course, I didn't have the hood off, so this looks a little dirty. Probably should have just peeled that off. But yeah, she's looking sharp. Nice and clean. Alright, let's get after it. The starter has not arrived yet, but I hear it's about 10 stops away, so we should get it in the middle of doing this or shortly after. First, we're just going to release, loosen up the hold down, the cable hold down bolt, which is an 8mm. Just going to take that all the way off. That frees up the cable here. Now we're going to pull it out and snake it out and around. There you go. Just goes right in that hole right there. That's one side. Now, as you can see, it goes up and around and it snakes through this little eyelet that's coming off of this motor housing. And then it just goes up in the back in there. I'll get us a light. Okay, back in here, here's our cable. You can see that's going up and through the bottom plate and then right to the throttle control, which should be able to be pried out. Here's the new one. You can see these little tabs on each side, so I'm sure it just clips in there. Should be able to press the tabs and just pry it out. Let me get my tripod. There we go. Just pull that right on out. Put in the new one. There's the new one. Slide that down in there. Show you what I'm seeing. See the hole that I'm feeding it down, just right down in there. Boom. Just like that. Nice. The wife will be pleased. Of course, I snaked it through our little hole, and I'm gonna bring it around. Can't remember if it was through here or not. I don't remember it going through there, but we'll see. Okay, there's the wife. with the new starter. The delivery girl. Thanks, babe.
You're welcome.
Starter has arrived. All right. Let's see. That may not go through that hole. No, it definitely does not. Definitely does not. Yeah, it just rests right there on that clip. So, got it through the hole. Gonna go ahead and put the hold down strap back on. Alright, just gonna bring it around. Oh, you know what we need to do first? You gotta bring it around and first insert it into that hole, because you need to be at that angle in order to insert that. You can't put this on first and then that. All right, looks good, feels good. Go over here. That's choke. Just high, slow. Oh yeah, very nice. All right, let's see what we got in here. Well, as you can see, I accidentally ordered two. So I got two starters. Alright, so there's the side-by-side. New, old, broken. Hopefully not. Hopefully brand spanking new. Let's get it installed. Alright, it's very simple to work on these. You just put this guy up in here, line up the bolt holes, put them in. It's pretty straightforward. Get those started by hand. Get out the ratchet. Torque it to spec. Do the here it go. Yeah. That's torque to spec. All right. That guy's great. All right, now gotta be one of them, right? 11 millimeter. Remember ours, we had to take off with the extractor tool because it wasn't cooperating. Oh, look what we did here. Now I don't know if you remember in the other, when we first took this out, this went on here. I think like that. So we have to fix that. Simple fix. Oh wait. New socket. I can just edit all that crap out and you guys will never know. I'll just start off with, and then don't forget, don't forget your clamp, whatever. All right. Yeah. Alright, now I'm going to get, I didn't clean this up, so I'm going to take a wire brush to that. In your way? Well, you guys can't see anything, can you? Huh. Get it from the side here. I'm just cleaning up this eyelet. That's all I'm doing. Just so I got a good connection. So now that's all cleaned up. Put the nut back on. And really, that's it. Tighten it up. With the right socket, of course. Not too much. We don't want to break the internals. Let's go hook up the battery negative and crank it up. All right, let's crank her up. Moment of truth. Well, there you have it, folks. She's a runner. That's the starter and the throttle cable on your Cub Cadet XT1. Now I'll show you how easy this thing is to put back on. Very simple. Just line up them grooves down there when you got it the right way. I'm always doing something stupid. Anyway, you just line up them grooves where I showed you. Slide it right in. And that's it. You gotta make sure you hook up your connector for your lights. And that's it. There's your little connector down here that you don't want to forget. But I'll get it. This one-handed stuff, you know how it is if you're filming. But that's it, folks. Now it's a complete job. Now we can go and run this thing. Still at 214 subscribers, so you guys got to help me out. I haven't checked it in a day, so maybe you guys pumped it up a little. We'll see. I'll be checking on you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. The ones that are already subscribed, thank you very much. I appreciate you, and I'll see you on the next one.